Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about how to rotate through late game, and I'll be going over things like timing, execution, as well I'll be looking at things like when to take height, and especially I'll be talking about comms, and you'll get to hear some of me and Thieves' comms as well, because that is honestly one of the most important things in duos, because if you and your teammate are not on the same page, it's going to be a rough late game. Ideally in late game, you want to make sure you're rotating as early as possible if you can. For example, there we had a pretty easy path to get to zone, so instead of waiting until Storm pushes us in, where we might have players that are already in zone trying to hold us out, or players who decided to rotate late as well, we're going to have to fight them on our way out. And that's going to make it a lot harder to rotate. You're going to burn through more mats, and as well you're going to be taking a lot of storm damage or damage from the other players. Using movement like a jump pad or a rift to go is not always the best idea to use early, because for the most part, everybody's going to be based up, and when you're based up, you're typically looking for shots on just about anybody you can. So if you rift up into the air, a lot of players are going to gain an angle on you, and at that point, you're probably going to get lasered out of the sky. As you'll see in this next zone rotation, it ends up being a moving zone, so at that point, me and Thieves end up using the rift to go, but we use it right as zone is closing in on our back, and that allows us to hover and float over, because the zone's going to be continuously moving, so players aren't really in the next zone based up looking for shots yet, so it gives us a free rotate and easy height. Once you get to those late game rotates, it's important to be on the same page as your teammate, especially once you get to those moving zones. It's very easy to get split, and that's where a lot of things will fall apart. So making sure you're laying out a clear game plan and making sure you and your teammate are going for the same thing and not just having one person go for a height while the other's kind of rotating on low ground. Making sure that you guys both know what you want and it is clear is very important. You'll hear me and Thieves calm this real quick, and I'll let that play out.
Come here. Yeah. Just float. Here's what we're gonna do. You have a minigun, right? If anybody's up on height, I'm gonna 90 up, and then you're just gonna put pressure down, okay? I'm gonna aim for this height right here, okay? You see that? You see that? We're gonna aim there.
I'm honestly thinking you're gonna be good.
I'm gonna dive.
There's diving in behind you. He landed on the higher height.
Yeah, he's above me. Can you put some pressure on him?
Nope. Bro, I'm lagging like crazy. Holy shit.
I'm on height. No, I'm not. I'm dropping.
Okay.
I think he dropped actually.
Yeah, his teammate fell.
Okay. Oh my god, there's some kid on higher height.
You don't want to play mid?
Yep.
You can come to me. Just come to me.
Yeah, I'm here with you.
I'm lagging like crazy, but...
Okay.
Now, even though we took height from the first team, we still had that one guy that was way up there with glad to redeploy, and I had no AR to knock him down, and at that point we had to rotate to zone, so Thieves calling out to drop down to mid ground and we'll just rotate through there was a much smarter call than trying to stay up on height or fight for height from that guy. Mat consumption can be a little bit tricky late game because you want to conserve as much as possible, but you can't skimp out because that could be what possibly gets you eliminated. As you can see here, this player only placed a floor above and below him, and in turn, he ended up getting eliminated pretty easily. If he would have spent an extra couple mats, he could have placed a wall off to his right, where that's basically the only place other players could be, and that way, he would have saved himself from being eliminated. The last thing I want to touch on is making sure you're not giving up height easily, checking above you to make sure there's not rifters or jump padders, or once you get to the late game, where the circle is getting very small, not jumping down and kind of being a psycho, because that's going to put you in a pretty bad position, because if it does come up to a mountain, it's very easy to block players out of zone. I do want to let the rest of this play out so you guys can kind of see how we deal with that very end game situation where there's just one or two players left. So I hope you enjoy that, and if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, as it really does help the channel out a lot. Other than that, enjoy the rest of the clip, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.
The guy landing on you. Hit him hard. Got him.
Nice, good stuff. I'm lagging like crazy, bro. I have max mats. You need mats?
No.
Take some brick.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah.
I'll build up.
Yeah, that's smart. Somebody above? People above. Got one. Other one's in tree, I think.
On tree?
Yep.
Did I hit him?
He dropped out of the way.
Alright, I'm going down.
I'm dropping. You stay up. You have mats.
Hit him once. Nice.
Shit.